And welcome everyone, thank you very much for joining me today on my latest live stream. Thank you for joining me. Apologies, it was a little while to get the live stream going, but we're going to be doing a live stream for quite a long time anyway, so I'm going to be doing these every single night, so come back every single night to get involved, all the talking points. If you haven't seen my previous video that I've done today, I've done that around about 2-3 pm, so go and check that out on the channel if you haven't seen that. For our latest Liverpool news, we can talk about Sadio Mane's contract tonight as well. Potentially he could be signing. Very exciting news, and a whole host of talking debates, and really that's the whole point of doing these live streams. Interact with every single one of yous. Yous can all interact with fellow Liverpool fans as well, all around the world. And the bottom corner there is my Fantasy Football League for all my subscribers, so go and check that out. Make sure you create a fantasy football squad, and we can have some fun with that over the coming season. But yeah, let me know everyone how you're doing. Drop a like on the video if you don't mind. You absolute legend, just so you can notify everyone on the channel, so we know we're all live and we can all talk about a lot of debates. And as you can see there, I've put a couple of talking points that we could all discuss. And if anyone has got any decent debates, I'll say anything in the chat really if you want to discuss Liverpool related, and all of us can very much do that. Let's get me comments up. 1 second everyone. But nice one for tuning in everyone. Louis, how you doing, man? We got to win the league. Ewan, we can talk about that tonight anyway, mate. It's going to be a big challenge this season, especially the league title. If you look at Dortmund and the way Jurgen Klopp was at Dortmund in his third full season, he won the league title there. Hopefully he does it with Liverpool this season, but the pattern in which his managing career has followed in terms of Liverpool, Jurgen got to the Champions League final in his second full season at Dortmund, and he done that last season at Liverpool. So if history is to repeat itself, potentially he could win, and hopefully he does win the league title this season. It's going to be a hard, difficult task to do, isn't it, Louis? And every single one of us, when you come batting against a team like Man City, we're going to have to rise our game to another 15-16 points this season. And hopefully the signings that we brought in, and which we can all discuss tonight, very much do help that push in terms of getting to the next level. Trent, Bobby and Allison were at Melwood. LFC, you in? Well, it was in France, mate, wasn't it? If you didn't see me over previous video, mate, it's boss to have them all back, isn't it? We need another centre back, Callum. Everyone, leave your comments, and as always, let me know if there's a troll. Report the comments, and we can all ban them anyway. So none of that nonsense in the chat anyway tonight. But nice one for tuning in, everyone. Kid, nice one. We can start off really with what Callum Turney. Nice one, mate, for dropping your little your debate on. Everyone, let me know your thoughts, and let everyone know in your comment section below. We'll talk about the centre back. Everyone, Callum has said we need another centre back, and Callum, I think I probably spoke to you on this channel numerous times, mate. In the comment section below. We do like to discuss, me and you one-on-one in the comment section below, mate. But like a lot of us have talked about, we've got Virgil van Dijk, and obviously we've got Lovren, Matip, who has been injured over the last couple of weeks and months. He hasn't really had a full run at Liverpool. He's potentially, as soon as he got injured again at the beginning of this pre-season, I was like, oh, is it another Daniel Agger on the book? Because we had Daniel Agger, who was such an amazing defender, and he was my all-time, possibly one of my all-time best centre-backs. Obviously we had Carragher and Sami Hyypiä, but a player that in which I felt so much connection with, obviously Jamie Carragher, but there was something about Daniel Agger, and hopefully Joel Matip and doesn't follow suit in terms of Agger's injury history record at Liverpool, because Agger, he's blighted by injuries, really. The quality of the lad I get, and you've got the quality in Joel Matip. Very much there. He was there at Schalke in Germany for a couple of years. He very much did impress, but injuries, could they be hampering his career at Liverpool? Hopefully they don't, because he's got a huge future at the football club. There's a lot of yous. Who would you play to partner Virgil van Dijk? There's a half of the fan base that would like to see Joel Matip play alongside Virgil van Dijk. And obviously another half that would like to see Dejan Lovren. The stats do back up. Lovren has got improved, like the majority of Liverpool's defence. Defensively when Virgil van Dijk come in, and it's no magic formula really when you bring in a quality defender like Virgil van Dijk. He hasn't done much. All he's done is really, he's an organiser and he's a leader at the back. We didn't have that for years upon years since Jamie Carragher and Sami Hyypiä. We've had, no discredit to all the centre-backs that we have had that tried to come into the football club, but they're not really good enough, and some of them have been absolute donkeys. They haven't known how to defend properly, and Virgil van Dijk keeps it simple, which is probably one of the hardest things to do in football. You might be like, what? But some centre-backs, you're like, they're getting asked to like dribble the ball out from the back, and you're like, there's sometimes, yeah, you can do that, but it's the common basic principle of being a centre-back. You've all played football when you've been a youngster, or if you play Sunday League and that. You're looking at your centre-back or another player that plays in that position, and you're like, just calm down. Just play the ball simple. If you need to pass it back to your goalie, be confident and composed at the back, because if you make a mistake at the back, and what Virgil van Dijk has helped with is you get punished, like the goalkeeping position, like centre-backs. If you make a mistake there, more or less you concede a goal, everyone. So let me know your thoughts on that. So but yeah, mate, nice one for leaving your comments, everyone. Let me know your thoughts on the centre-back position, everyone. So Callum, who would you like us to sign centre-back wise if we did? Virgil van Dijk is, Jurgen Klopp is very much happy with his squad, but I think there is still another question mark hanging over the centre-back position. Obviously to come in to really compete with the Liverpool, because you look at our squad, there's always positions in which we can improve. We're at a stage now where we're at the best stage of strength and depth in which we have been for years at Liverpool Football Club. Like Mane is potentially, which we'll talk about in a bit. He looks like he's going to be signing a new contract. Firmino signed his new contract. Salah's signed his new contract. Trent signed a new contract. The whole host of players are signing contracts, and it's a big boost really to see players of that quality committing their best years at Liverpool Football Club, and they're not hopefully not going to go to like other clubs in Europe and get the best out of there, because they all believe, and that's the most important thing. All these players believe in the project. Might not be nice to say project, but it is a project with that FSG, Jurgen Klopp, that they're all doing, because they've seen it. The proof is in the pudding. Pardon the puns. From last season, Champions League final. Yet we would have loved to have won that, but Liverpool have been in numerous Champions League finals. We haven't won them all, obviously, that we've known. You've got to be in a final to actually win one, obviously. But yeah, there'll be plenty more finals, and hopefully Liverpool can win these finals in the coming seasons under Jurgen Klopp, because at the end of the day, Jurgen Klopp is going to be, yeah, he's one of the best things that's happened to the football club, but at the end of the day, when he is not at the football club, he will be based not on the football he played, but on the trophies he's won. And currently, as it stands, he hasn't won nothing yet, and that's why I'd say yet. But you only have to look at where we have been and where we've come from over the last couple of years. Everyone, we've all sat and watched through Roy Hodgson's boring 4-4-2 football, Milan Jovanovic, Poulsen playing CDM, Joe Cole getting injured. There's a whole host of. Everyone, let me know your worst Liverpool player you've watched in the last 10 years in the comment section below as well. Ryan Babbles, the list goes on. There's players that should never have ever put the shirt of Liverpool Football Club on. But yeah, nice one for your comment, mate. I love you, man. Kieran, thank you. What's up, Jack? This is from Tony. What's up, Jack? Just tuned in, man. I think we do need maybe another signing. Another good squad player like Shaqiri. What you reckon? Tony, absolute legends. Tony's opened the floor for every single one of us as well. Let me know, or use reply to Tony's question as well. Another good squad player. We very much do, Tony. Like I've spoke to you, like I said to Callum and all that. When we're going into other competitions, mate, like the Champions League, the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, you need to be doing a lot of rotation. Last season we got very lucky in terms of the forward three staying fit for the majority of the season. This season, hopefully it does happen, but I can't see that happening for the full extent of the whole season. So that's where, as Tony just said, Shaqiri and then another potential player to come in, whoever that is. Obviously, it doesn't look like it's going to be Fekir, but another player of Shaqiri's quality. It might be hard to maybe recruit that type of player, especially knowing that they're not going to get a first team spot. But you've got to get that player's going to be hungry to come into Liverpool, Tony and everyone. They're not going to be worried to come to Liverpool, but I think they'll be more excited to challenge. And Tony, what player would you say, not necessarily, and I would say to everyone, like, what if there was a player in the Premier League? We'll just go with the Premier League because that's the league we all know. Outside the top 4 or possibly 6, what player, if you had any choice in the league to go and say, right, I want him, I wouldn't mind him being on Liverpool's bench or maybe possibly starting 11 in another competition? I'm going to throw a name at you, and we've been speaking about it, and you've probably already know what I'm going to say now. Wilfried Zaha, would you take him? Because for me, outside the top 6, he is possibly the best for me personally, but I want to know your thoughts. He's possibly one of the best players in that bracket. I really do like the lad, and especially not going to be a player that's going to start, but someone really, he's a very good quality player, and possibly he can come in and do the job. Not on the level of obviously Mane and Salah and Firmino, but very much on that level, very much like Shaqiri. Some people might think he's better than Shaqiri, but let me know your thoughts. So if there was a player outside the top 6 and to potentially bring in, that could be a winger, striker, really somewhere that we can bed in and create a stronger squad, really, in terms of that, everyone. But nice one for leaving your comments. Going through all your comments, everyone. Absolute legends. Let's go, we go. Well, nice one, Tony. Absolute legends. Callum, we need Bonucci next to Virgil van Dijk. Callum, I think he's gone to Juventus, you know, mate. I've seen Gonzalo Higuain has gone to AC Milan, which was absolutely madness today. He has gone to AC Milan on loan, and Juventus have got Bonucci the other way, which was madness. At first, I only seen Gonzalo Higuain going to AC Milan on loan, and then it popped up that Bonucci was going in the other way, so it made a lot more sense. But yeah, Callum Bonucci, yeah, he might be 30, but we've seen over the years those 3 classic Italian Juventus centre-backs, those 3, Barzagli, Chiellini and Bonucci, they have been the Italian brick wall, and especially with Buffon behind them. But Bonucci is a very good defender, and yeah, he might lack a bit of pace, but you look at centre-backs, some of the best centre-backs in world football years ago. I know the game has changed quite a bit in terms of you need a bit of pace as a centre-back now, but you've got the mental brain, the Maldinis of the world. There's so many legendary centre-backs. Carragher, even, he wasn't blessed with the best amount of pace. We can all remember him getting absolutely murdered by Drogba or Henry when he used to get skipped past by him. We didn't have to. I don't think Jamie would appreciate me like talking about his pace. Even he would admit he's not the quickest. But yeah, you get me drift. But yeah, I'd love it. Possibly another centre back, everyone. But nice one, mate. For Bonucci is a very good centre back, mate. Fekir, Pulisic, my opinion, Fekir. That's from Louis. Fekir. With the Fekir one, everyone, I think everyone let me know your thoughts on this, but I don't think it doesn't really look like this potential deal will happen. It's a shame, but by all accounts, it's like that. Liverpool, I think it's been too long in the day now. A deal would have been done. We're less than, I think it was about 10-12 days till the Premier League kicks off, and the Premier League window apologies everyone, does shut a lot sooner than European obviously transfer windows, so the clock is ticking. but I personally don't see Nabil Fekir. And I think I've seen somewhere else today as well, everyone, that it's more likely. I think it was one of the French Twitter journalists accounts that I follow. They said, they come out today and said they very much see Nabil Fekir, he's more likely to sign a new contract at Lyon than to sign for Liverpool. Whether you read too much into that, we'll find out. But everyone, Lyon are finding a replacement for Fekir. Ewan, very much so, mate. And obviously, you've all been watching the channel. I've done a news video, I think it was 2 days ago. We talked about the replacements. Lyon had bid for a centre attacking mid from Fiorentina. Completely forgotten his name, but he's for around about €25 million. He had bid. Well, we'll find out if that was a true official bid from Lyon. We'll find out in the next coming days. But if they do come out and sign a new centre attacking mid, that being Lyon, then that would indicate a possible departure in that Lyon midfield, and maybe might it be Nabil Fekir? We'll find out. Tony just said Ben Woodburn off to Sheffield United. I personally think it's a good move. We will get a lot more playing time as a rising star. Tony, as I said, mate, I don't know if everyone's been getting the notifications on my show, but I done my show before, and it's good to and everyone, like, would everyone be very gutted to see him on the bench? I think I personally would be. It'd be wasting the lad's talent, because this is the season that we've properly got a challenge for the league title. No discredit to Ben Woodburn, the quality of the young lad is there, but he's not really at the top level in terms of a Shaqiri, a Mo Salah, a Bobby Firmino just yet. He's got the potential to be there up that level. Klopp very much loves the lad, and he has spoken in the past he will be in Liverpool's first team, but not yet at this current stage in time. So, like a Jardier, Woodburn, Brewster, Harry Wilson, there's a whole host of them, and rather than being wasted in the under-23s, which they are for me personally, everyone, I want to know your thoughts. It's better than to get first team football in a more competitive league. The Championship is one of the most competitive leagues, and it's probably up there with one of the most watched leagues in world football. I think it's higher than the German Bundesliga and one of the Italian leagues as well, which is mad. And well, it's not mad from an English point of view, because you look at that Championship and anyone out of the 20 odd teams can get promoted into the Premier League, and it's the holy grail in the Premier League, and everyone's just fighting. Look at the teams that are down there. Leeds, the absolute powerhouse Leeds used to be before my time, but I've heard the stories of Leeds getting in to Champions Leagues, and there's probably a lot of people younger than me that don't even know how good Leeds were. And you're Nottingham Forest winning Champions Leagues. The Forest teams, the Forest teams got more Champions Leagues than Arsenal and Chelsea combined, which is madness. Even Man City, Villa, I've got a Champions League title wins as well, which is madness. But just look at their history. Wayne, Jack, really? Alright, Jack, mate, how's things? Not too bad, mate. So, yeah, Tony, I very much do. It's amazing that Ben Woodburn is going out, and I think, Tony, let me know your thoughts, and everyone on the Ben Woodburn news. It is going to be more beneficial for him to get playing time, and Sheffield United very much do play very good football. They won League One and they got promoted, so there's a very good team on the rise, and hopefully they can get into the Premier League. Tony, rumours that Martial is going to Bayern. They can go, because I really do rate Martial, and if United do lose him, I think he's fell out with Mourinho and everyone, like Tony. He's a very good player. Yeah, again, I'd love Anthony Martial at Liverpool, just for what Jurgen Klopp would be able to do to him, like in this team and system. You look at some of those players that Mourinho has gone under his tenure, and you're like, they're wasted. They are absolutely wasted. Yeah, just sit and park the bus. But enough about United. I'd love Martial, everyone, but never done it happen. He was very good at Monaco when he was at there. Blue Tick Gaming, hi Jack, how are you doing, mate? I'm not too bad, fella. How are you doing? Is everyone having a quality Tuesday night? Hopefully he's all are. Let me know what he's had for tea. And so, Dicko, hi Jack, fellow Scouser, enjoy your content. No reason why we can't push City real close this coming season. Dicko, nice one. Thank you very much for joining everyone, and especially you, mate, for tuning in, fellow Scouser, all right there. But yeah, mate, we've seen last season, and the way in which we played, and we played the best football, possibly on our day in the Premier League. It's just the biggest thing, like it has been, and when we've all watched Liverpool over the last 5-10 years, consistency is key. Like Istanbul, you're looking at moments in time in which we've come close. You're like, just sit there, defend. We've got a 3-0 lead, and there's just silly moments. But hopefully Jurgen Klopp has learned over the last 2 seasons. He knows where he needs to strengthen. He knows where to improve this season, and hopefully that consistency will come this season. If not, it's going to be next season, obviously, but that's the thing I want to see mostly in this coming 12 months. Everyone, let me know your thoughts in that. Everyone, where do you think Liverpool do need to strengthen next season? How can you envision Liverpool improving? For me, it's the consistency levels, really. There's too many draws last season against silly teams. Against the big boys, for me, got to do a lot better as well to catch City. Everyone, as we were saying, such a big points difference, and you're looking at the signings City are making. They're not getting any weaker, they're getting even more stronger. They went and signed Riyad Mahrez for 50-60 million. Yeah, we've done some signings, but when City are signing more players on top of what they've already got, it is absolutely frightening. But Liverpool are doing a great job in terms of transfer window. If you look at the squads in which last season and you pinpointed the places and weaknesses in which we needed to improve, Alisson got that goalkeeper. We've been crying out for a decent goalkeeper for at least 10 years since obviously Pepe Reina left. When Reina was on form, Pepe Reina's performances did decline when we went down. Virgil van Dijk, that's another hole filled in the defence. A lot of us would still argue we do need a out and out world class centre back. If we could duplicate Virgil van Dijk, that would be absolutely lovely. Central defensive midfield was questioned last season. Henderson was playing out of position. He's very much a centre mid. Plays better central mid, further up the pitch. He filled in to CDM last season. Not that he didn't want to, but obviously we had Lucas Leiva, who wasn't at the standard of Fabinho, but in the past, Lucas Leiva was one of the best central defensive midfielders prior to his injury against Chelsea. When we all watched that Chelsea game and he went down, at that current stage in time, he was one of the best central defensive midfielders in the world then, but in the Premier League. But obviously there was he's another player like Loris Karius did get a lot of stick, and Lucas very much did become a cult hero at Liverpool, just for his attitude and way in which he didn't never give up, and he fought, but very much so, mate. So, and we can very much push City, and I hope we hope we do to the very last game and last second of next season, mate. But make sure we're all going to be together on this channel. It's going to be an amazing journey in the next couple of seasons. It could be record breaking, could be historic, and hopefully it is, because it's going to be amazing. I can't wait for hopefully be on this journey with every single one of you. Everyone's so exciting. Tony, have you seen the Alisson saves in training in France? Tony, you can catch a ball for one, but some of the saves have been absolutely class, haven't they, mate? Absolutely boss. Are you going to get FIFA 19, Ewan? Not FIFA, mate. I'm going to be focusing more on my channel. Binned off my consoles, but every bit of my focus this coming year is going to be on my channel, and obviously working in the background, doing my work. offside YouTube, but I'm going to try my best to really get everything knuckle down and improve the content and get all you involved. There's still lots of aspects I want to improve in this channel, and hopefully every episode and video, and I'm not happy with the content. I know you enjoy it, but for me personally, I don't want to try and push myself to make the best content for you as possible, because there's always aspects in which to improve every single video. So yeah, I want to try and push myself, mate. Do you think it's from Blue Tick Gaming? Oh yeah, sorry Callum, just there. Callum, to be honest, Virgil van Dijk made Lovren get better, because it's almost like Virgil van Dijk is guided Lovren to become better, which is amazing, which could mean Virgil van Dijk as a future captain. Callum, nice one. Everyone, drop your comments in. Blue Tick Gaming, I know I've seen your comments anyway, mate, and your little question mark. I'm just reading through the comments, mate. Everyone, if you've dropped a comment, I am reading through them anyway. You're absolute legends. 1 second, everyone. But yeah, 1 sec. Apologies there, everyone. Do you think? Oh yeah. But yeah, on Callum's point, everyone, let me know your thoughts on the captaincy. So it'll be a difficult one, isn't it? In terms of, there's been a lot of talk between every single one of us. The captaincy at Liverpool Football Club, obviously, when we brought Virgil van Dijk in, the quality of the lads, as Callum's just alluded to then, and we talked about before, the vast improvements in the defence. It's by no chance. We knew what we were getting with Virgil van Dijk, an absolute leader of men, and that's something we've lacked since Carragher and Gerrard left. Henderson, I wanted him so much to win that Champions League. I'm gutted he didn't, but just for the confidence boost of Henderson, for me, the whole fan base is very much split on Jordan Henderson, but he's got the backing of every single one of us, because he can get even better. I know he's not getting any younger, but for me, I feel he can do so much better, and I only want the best from him, because I think he's wasted in that central defensive position. Obviously, when he was at Sunderland and he broke through as a teenager, he played down predominantly on the right mid position, just because of his athleticism, in terms of his legs and the stature of the lad. He is so physically fit as a player. For me, I'd just push him even further forward. Obviously, with Chainbolt being injured, you've got a lad there who's absolutely quality, and for me, you've seen it in the past captaincies, apologies everyone, being given up, and I think Henderson is the type of character that would not complain if the captaincy got taken off him. But I'm not saying it would need to be taken off him, but there's some leaders, when you look at Carragher and Gerrard, the way in which both of them led Liverpool as a football club. Carragher was more or less the voice of the team. You only had to go to a game at Anfield and listen to on the telly. The only voice you'd probably more or less hear in that Liverpool team over the last 10 years, when Carragher and Gerrard were playing, Carragher was screaming down the pitch and screaming at every single player, and Gerrard was more or less a leader on the pitch with his performances very much, and the way in which he controlled the game. And you've got that very much with Henderson's style of captaincy and Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk is a shouter, but he's also an organiser. And for me personally, I could very much see that with Gerrard, and very much identical partnerships, really. Virgil van Dijk is Carragher doing the screaming, but not necessarily. Doesn't really matter who wears the armband, mate, because I think Hendo is an absolutely fantastic player, and that's why I want him to win the Champions League, because it would have got a monkey off his back, really, in terms of that, because there is half the fan base still question Jordan Henderson, and I can understand there's some games when you do watch him and you're like, just have a bit more confidence about you, just pass the ball forward, because sometimes, especially when teams do sit back, park the bus, he does slightly pass it back sometimes, not all the time, because there has been games when I've seen last season when I went, obviously the camera only picks up so much on a football pitch, But when Henderson's work off the ball as well, trying to create space, you might not see that on telly, but when you go down and watching them, he does so much in terms of that, everyone. But everyone, let me know your thoughts on the captaincy in terms of Henderson or Virgil van Dijk. But eventually, I can see Trent being the manager, being the captain of Liverpool Football Club. But yeah, Blue Ticks Gaming, I get to your comment now, mate. Everyone, you absolute legends for dropping your comments in. Joe, alright there. Let's get to your comment. Do you think we can be unbeatable till January and so on? Oh, I would hope so, mate. Not doing Arsenal. I would love us to be unbeatable anyway, mate, but it'd be very hard. I think it'd be impossible, and I might say that, and everyone would be like, oh, it wouldn't be impossible, but the Premier League now, there's too many strong teams from the 20th position to the 1st position in the league. There's too many teams that are got a variety of tactics. You've got the teams that sit back, Man United, and West Brom and all that, and Stoke, and the fast-flowing attacking style of football. That's why I love the Premier League, and that's why I love watching a lot of Premier League football, like every single one of us. The style and contrasts that come up. You've got, say, Liverpool City, that's going to be ridiculously open and expansive football. Attack versus attack, and then the week after you've got Burnley, who very much do play to their strengths, and there's no discredit. If Liverpool can't beat down a team that sit and park the bus, that's not Burnley or any other team's problem. That's up to Liverpool to really unlock that team's defensively, and that's one big thing that we've got to sort this season. When we're playing against park the bus teams, we've got to have a plan B and a plan C and a plan D as well. And if plan B is not working, got to get plan C. If plan C is not working, got to get plan D. And that's going to be the interesting point of view this coming season, how we change our style of play. Like Man City and some teams like Barcelona in the past have been, when results haven't gone their way, they just try and play one way and one way only. I get that's the best way to win football matches, but it's not going to work every single week when you've got different styles of football in the Premier League. But everyone, let me know your thoughts on that. So, Blue Tick Gaming, I would love us to go unbeaten until January and so on, mate, but I don't think it'll happen there. I believe we'll be in the Champions League 18-19 Champions League final. That's some blue tick, mate. I think we've got a very good. You've seen it at Dortmund when Klopp got to the final. Correct me if I'm wrong, everyone, but I think Jürgen got to the Champions League semi-final the season after. I think they got beat by, everyone. Was it Bayern Munich in the semi-finals? Might be completely wrong there, but Liverpool. Everyone knows how Liverpool play now, and we play the best football in Europe because it suits our style of play. Fast teams, hopefully next season, play the way they did this season in terms of Champions League, but I think a lot of teams will be a lot more streetwise to the way in which we play, and that's going to be interesting in terms of that. Haytham, thank you very much, mate, for leaving your comments. Centre back, because I don't trust in Lovren, whatever he looks. Haytham, everyone's entitled to opinion, mate, and I'm still not sold on Dejan Lovren. There's a lot of people there that completely back Dejan Lovren anyway, and rightly so. His stats do speak otherwise. He has had a very good improvement, but I think he has improved massively, everyone. I think that's so important to stress. If he continued all this season the way he has been doing over the last 2 months in terms of performances, happy days. But if it's the Dejan Lovren that comes from the 3 years prior to us having him at the football club, when his mistakes creep into his game and he lets down the side, but all we can do is, fingers crossed, and back Dejan Lovren, mate, and back the way he's been performing, and hopefully he'll do this next season. But the introduction of Fabinho, Haytham and everyone very much so, is going to be, I think Fabinho is going to help out so much defensively, especially sitting in that hole in front of the two centre-backs, especially when you got the two wing-backs, Robbo and Trent, bombing down the wing, everyone, it's going to help a lot. And Fabinho's so defensively minded, switched on. It's going to help those two. And I think for me personally, touch wood, and everyone let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, we will concede a lot less goals with Fabinho in the team, because we do need that bit of dark arts, as you've seen it in pre-season. Fabinho does like to do it, just leaves a foot out, and sometimes when Liverpool playing teams, we've not fouled the opposition enough in terms of stop and play. If a team's on the momentum and is on the front foot, there's times when you just stop the pattern of play, stop it right there and then on the halfway line, let us come back, get in our positional defensively, and we'll defend from there. Sometimes last season and the season before last, when we haven't done that, we haven't left a foot in, both with Naby Keita and Fabinho. They're not dirty players, but you do like to leave a foot in, pick up cards. But I think that very much help everyone, and we could have done with some more dark arts in the Champions League final, because as dirty as Real Madrid are, but they're so very much wise. It might not be nice to see, but if that wins you titles, if that wins you Champions Leagues, and it works, and you can get round that, that's amazing. Some people might not like it, but it's football at the end of the day. Not just Liverpool, Real Madrid, or everyone in football does the dark arts when needs be, and that's something Liverpool need to be a lot more streetwise in terms of that. And as everyone, I did ask you, who was Liverpool's worst players that you've seen in a Liverpool shirt in your time of being a Liverpool fan. For me, I riddled off some of them: Koscielny's, Poulsen's, Babel's, Ngog's, Jovanovic's, some players, Joe Cole, some players that should never have worn a Liverpool shirt. And Ant has come out with, and he said Koscielny, Donny, Poulsen, Voronin. Oh my lord! Remember when Ant and every single one of us, remember when he come into the first season and he was banging in goals in pre-season? That is why you should never look anything into pre-season. Because Voronin looked like the real proper Ronaldo in that pre-season, because he was banging in goals for fun. And when you went into the Premier League, he was so bad. He had such a long ponytail as well, didn't he, everyone? So Hans went with Charlie, with Adam as well, to name a few that should never have played for us. Utter rubbish. Shows how far we have come as well. Joe has said, as a potential centre-back signing, Joe has said Harry Maguire, mate. Joe, I think I've spoke to you a couple of times, mate, in the comment section below. Harry Maguire, off the back of the World Cup, he showed his quality there, mate, and when he was a Hull, I think that warranted Leicester putting that bid in, bringing him back into the Premier League. But there's no doubt in the lad's quality. I love the way he just keeps it simple. Joe and everyone, I'd love us to sign him. For me, I think he'd give very good competition to Dejan Lovren, Virgil van Dijk, and obviously Klavan, Joel Matip as well. Joe Gomez, potential future another centre-back. But Joe Gomez, yeah, he might be a good player, but he's not at that Virgil van Dijk level just yet. I'd love nothing more than Joe Gomez to cement his centre-back position for the next couple of years. If he'd done it this year, that'd be absolutely amazing. But he's still got a bit more growth in terms of his footballing ability. But Harry Maguire would be an absolute quality signing, mate. As backup options, we should get Arnautovic. He would be an amazing as a backup. Oh, sorry, I thought it was looking. He was still looking at another club as well. Callum, as you probably, if you've joined the live stream now anyway, I did ask every single one of you to very much pick a player from outside the top 6 that you would love Liverpool to sign. I threw my hat in, 10 pence in, and said Wilfried Zaha as a player that I'd really like Liverpool to sign. Not necessarily to get in the starting 11, but a player to really compete and very much strengthen Liverpool's strength in depth. But Arnautovic, Callum, I really do like Arnautovic. Yeah, his attitude problem has been questioned, but we seen last season when West Ham come to Liverpool, he hit the crossbar, he scored, and Everton, he's an absolute handful. He's quite different because he's got the pace for such a big man. He's 6'2", 6'3". Obviously, he can play off the left, plays a striker, plays an attacking mid. He can play anywhere across the forward line. But if you're looking, I don't think he'd be happy playing on the bench. But if he signed for Liverpool, not starting 11 everyone, you're probably shouting and going, what are you doing on Arnautovic? But for me, and that's a good shout, Callum, like a Shaqiri signing, someone that can come in, strengthen the squad as well, especially when we're letting go some of our youngsters. I wouldn't mind Arnautovic, mate. Given if he come to the football club and very much did deliver as a player. Harry Maguire would be a suitable upgrade. That's from Joe. I'm not being worried about which Wales players I did not deserve to win the red shirt, low, but there's some. I forgot, but somebody slipped me mind. Blue tickers put Stuart Downing. We signed at that time, everyone, Stuart and blue tick and everyone, like, we were looking at, I think before Man United signed Ashley Young, Liverpool had the option to either buy Stuart Downing or Ashley Young. At that time, Aston Villa were like easily every single season either 5th or 6th in the Premier League, and that's a very good team with John Carew and Gabriel Bonlahor and all the lads. But for me, I always felt that we should have went for Ashley Young. At that time, and at his age, we got the wrong Aston Villa player, but we ended up going with Stuart Downing. I think the best game was obviously in that Capital One Cup final where he got man of the match and we won the Capital Cup. But for me, mate, he didn't really deliver. He's another player that come to Liverpool and very much did disappoint. Never hit the heights. Another small fish, like a big fish coming into from a small pond, and the pond of Liverpool was far too big, and he just become a little fish. Jack, I'd take Alderweireld as a centre back, and I'd defo take Wilfried Zaha. Wayne, nice one for your comment, mate. Toby Alderweireld, mate, been a lot of talk in terms of his next club, everyone, but I think he wouldn't come at all very expensive. Obviously, he's entering in the last 24 months of his contract, or 12 months of his contract. The Belgium international, arguably one of the best centre-backs in the world game. Obviously, him and Vertonghen have a solid centre-back pair at Tottenham, but when he was at Atletico Madrid, everyone, I wanted us to sign him, and when I see him go to Tottenham, when he played in La Liga, his quality was really very much there. I think he played as a left-back or a right-back, if I'm wrong, at Athletic, and then obviously, I think it was a right-back. Obviously, Tottenham did see that potential to move him to centre-back, and we've seen how good he's played. Very good ball-playing centre-back, very calm and composed, everyone, but Wayne, that's a good shout, mate. Kieran said, do you think Adam Traore would be good enough for us? Kieran, let me know in the comment section below which Traore is that, mate. There's a couple of Traores that I'm thinking. Who's it? Not the Monaco lads. Let me know your thoughts. Kieran, get back to me on that comment, mate. Wayne, worst players to wear the Liverpool shirt? Balotelli has to be up there. Very much so, mate. It's so frustrating. Joe, give it 10 years and you look back on players' careers. Balotelli is one of those players that you're like, you had everything. But we haven't seen it very often. But every single manager, like Mancini, I think I read a comment when he was City manager, he said he hopes this lad doesn't really waste his career. And I think he was trying to get a move to Marseille last time I seen Balotelli news. But give it another 10 years, he's going to be one of the strikers we look back on and be like, what a waste of a career, everyone. But he's defo up there, mate. But yeah, let's get to your comments. Ewan, if United win the league, I'll eat dirt. Yeah, you'll be very much stay cleared of dirt, mate, because United, touch wood, and they're already having an absolute fiasco. Mourinho, third year syndrome. We've seen it. And if you haven't seen it, the episode I done with all yous, it was 2 days ago. Mourinho's absolutely lost the plot. I actually think Arsenal will finish above United. Arsenal, that's from Kieran. Very much Arsenal are going to be a big shout this season. Some of their players that they brought in, a couple of pensioners. They've got the oldest team outside the top 4, inside the top 6. They needed a clear out, and obviously Jack Wilshere has gone to West Ham. That's probably the worst London accent you've ever heard in your life. Sorry everyone. But yeah, that was a mad one, and Jack Wilshere come out with the classic line that most of the players do like to say, "Oh, I've supported West Ham all my life," which was mad. All of them. The best comments has to come from Richarlison. No, everyone. He was like, I've watched in his Everton interview when I seen the quotes. He was like, I've watched Everton all my life. I've watched them on telly and Everton, and I was like, you're having a laugh, aren't you, lad? Even my mates that are Evertonians, they were like, he's chatting absolute wham. But that was one of the best interviews I've seen. Never ever laugh more at Everton. If City is from Blue Tick, if Manchester City plays the same way as last season, where they might be an issue for them, as teams would know, we now know how to play against them. This goes the same to Liverpool, as we need to be careful in the league. Blue Tick, very much so, mate. In terms of the pattern of play, very much Liverpool set the hallmarks to play against City. We won them, I think it was 3-4 times last season. Obviously, we got battered at the Etihad, and we beat them in the league, and obviously in the Champions League. But there's not many teams in the Premier League, Blue Tick, and every single one of us, that can really do what Liverpool do. The way in which you attack City, if you attack City and you've not got the defensive abilities to defend as a team, they will punish you. That's what's so scary about Man City. That's why they got so many points. Teams were not scared, but they were just playing in themselves, because they know from their ability they've not got the class of players that Man City have got. The David Silvas that can just pick you apart with one pass. Kevin De Bruyne, I think he's going to be up there again this season. He's a player that I'd love us to sign. He's a Liverpool fan as well, if you didn't know that. But I'd love us to sign Kevin De Bruyne in a magical world. But I doubt that'd ever happen anyway. But be very difficult, Blue Tick. But I think this season we'll see a very marked improvement with the Fabinho, Naby coming in, goalkeeper as well. Goalkeeping position is being so key, and the one position in which we've been crying out for absolute donkeys, in terms of, because good goalkeepers save you 15 to 20 points every single season. Look at David De Gea. Where would Manchester United be without him? The last 5, God knows how long. Some of the saves he makes are absolutely ridiculous. He's such a good goalkeeper, and there's times when it's other opposition teams against David De Gea. David De Gea has single-handedly won games for Manchester United, and hopefully this is where Alisson does the exact same for Liverpool. There's going to be times next season, as Blue Ticks just said then, mate, and every single one of you, when we've discussed about Liverpool, we've had Mignolet. We'll talk about Mignolet anyway. We're not going to talk about Karius, but when we had those seasons with Mignolet, he dropped some absolute shockers. When Liverpool have been dominating games, we've not taken our chances over the seasons upon seasons. When we had Mignolet in goal, and you just looked at Mignolet, he come out. I think it was a game when I went to, was it Norwich, when we played Norwich at home. He comes out and absolutely flaps at it, slaps it down right to Grant Holt. Norwich done absolutely nothing at all. And even I was in the stands and I shouted, "Keepers!" But for some reason, and everyone around me was like looking at me, and Mignolet come out for it, and he punches it straight to Grant Holt, and it's a goal. And I was like, and I just started sarcastically applauding him when Norwich scored, and I was like that to everyone. I was like, basic goalkeeping, and it's about time. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Alisson fixes this goalkeeping position for the next 10 years, because it's about time we had a good goalkeeper in between the nets. Because we all seen Pepe Reina when he was on form. What an absolute goalkeeper. Obviously his performances did dip in the league the further his career went on in the league, but that when we finished second in the league under obviously Brendan Rodgers and all that, and Rafa Benitez, he was amazing, absolutely amazing. But yeah, Liverpool football talk. Good to see you, mate. Can't stay right now. I'm heading out for the night, but I had to come in and say hello. We have to catch up on Skype soon, mate. Thank you very much, mate. You're absolute legend. If you don't know Liverpool football talk, you probably already subscribed to him, but Sean does the best reaction videos on YouTube. You've probably already seen him anyway, so go and check his channel out, and he will be getting on a couple of phone call-ins as well. Every single one of you as well. When I talked about improving the channel, going to be doing call-ins as well and getting a variety of shows. Slowly getting there, but you can all call in as well. Christian, with Ox and Lallana can play that attacking mid. Obviously, Christian, when we had Adam Lallana when he was at Southampton, predominantly what did kind of play in the left mid, but his favourite position when he did come into the Saints team was attacking mid, as you just alluded to there, mate. So he is potentially a fit. Adam Lallana can play that attacking role, and I've always said it about Adam Lallana. He is the most technical midfielder that Liverpool have got at the minute. Naby Keita might slightly beat him, but prior to us getting Naby Keita, Adam Lallana, he's basically like a Spanish Englishman. I know there was a couple of Spanish teams looking at Adam Lallana in the past anyway, just the way in which he played his football. Very good on the ball. But that's an option, isn't it? Obviously with Ox. What do you want? Hiccups. Ooh. But that is an option. But yeah. The Anfield Lark. Yo, hey. The Sean and Jack. How you doing, the Anfield Lark? Nice one for tuning in, everyone. How are you doing, bro? I'm not too bad, mate. Hopefully you're alright. Sui. Blue tick. Consistency is key, which has been the struggle with us over the last couple of years. That's from Blue Tick. Jack Kieran, do you have a prediction for the top four? I don't think United will make it because of the things that are happening with Jose Mourinho. Kieran, go ahead. I'll give us a top four. Liverpool first. Man City second, but it's going to be tight. I think Liverpool and Man City will be very much like last season, even though we finished, I think it was like fourth. We tailed off the back of last season. But Liverpool City fighting out for the league title. Chelsea are a weird one. I think they'll get into the top four. And Spurs as well. Even though Spurs haven't strengthened, but they've got a very good core of very good players. They don't have to make a lot of good signings. Arguably, because their 1-11 is possibly one of the best in the league. A bit like Liverpool's. They just need to strengthen squad depth. I've seen a lot of Spurs fans been complaining. Rightly so, because you want to see your team improve and improve on what you've done last season. That's where Liverpool are improving on last season. We've got our signings, but potentially if they are going to lose Harry Kane or Eriksen or whoever, they do need to bring more players in, everyone. So I'd go over Liverpool, City either 1 or 2, Chelsea 3rd, and a Tottenham 4th, and then United 5th, or possibly even lower. Arsenal, and another weird one, at Unai Emery. He plays very good attacking football, bit like Seri at Chelsea. Very two good attacking managers. Be interesting to see, but I think it'd be very much a culture shock for Arsenal fans, because there's always the saying, be careful what you do wish for as a football fan. Arsenal have, for every single season, they finish in the top 4. Obviously last season was the exception. They got used to the pattern of play and under Arsene Wenger, but it's going to be mad. It's him starting the season with him not as Arsenal manager. I've grew up with Arsene Wenger being Arsenal manager. He was Arsenal manager. He got reinstated when I was born in '95, which is mad, absolutely madness, and he's been there for all my life. So that's all I've known from obviously Arsenal being at the football club. But yeah, that's my top 4, mates. Everyone, let me know your top 4 in the comment section below. I would not write off United for top 4 as they've played the worst football and they can still finish above us like they did last season, mate. But Samir, do you think that we need to bid for Pulisic with our current squad challenging for the Premier League title and the Champions League trophy? Samir, thank you very much, mate, for the comments, and everyone drop your comments in on all the talking points, or if you've got anything to talk about, we can all discuss it in the comment section below. Mate, Pulisic, he would improve Liverpool, is very much so, mate. I'd really like him to come to Liverpool. He has expressed his interest in terms of his, I think it was Paul Joyce or one of the good journalists out there in the British press. He done a good interview with the American, and from a global marketing point of view of obviously FSG, American would sell a lot of shirts over there in the States. I think they'll lap it up very much so with the shirt revenue and everything. That is right down their alley in terms of their playing recruitment as well. It'd fall very much into that bracket. Young, potential, might be a high transfer fee, but he's got the potential to become one of the world's best players. Obviously he's only still 19, but he's got to do a lot more in the Bundesliga, mate, as I've been saying on my channel. Yeah, if Liverpool signed him, great signing, but for me, give it another 12, 24 months, then maybe for him to step up and improve his football in the Bundesliga and maybe go to a bigger club. Yeah, no discredit to Borussia Dortmund's very good club and big club in Germany. Joe Bryan, we don't need Robinson when we have Baines. No. We don't have Baines, it's Everton, Joe. Yeah, I don't even know how Leighton Baines is playing for Everton still. I still have to ask my Everton mates what's happened to him, but he's obviously he's been in Everton for so long. Was one of the best left backs in the Premier League, but he's absolutely crocked now anyway. Tony has gone for say I would go and get Willian or Zaha. They'd be good squad players if we don't get them. Good squad players if we don't get them from the bench, lads. Zaha, very much so, mate. As I spoke to all yous, Zaha, would everyone be very much happy if Liverpool did put a bid in for Wilfried Zaha? I think Crystal Palace did put a bid at a price tag of about £60-70 million on his head. But I really do rate the lads, everyone. That's why I brought his name up. He's got the ability to play on the left, play on the right, strike it as well. Still young. When he was at Man United, wasn't given a chance very much. And I have seen a couple of some Man United mates have said they regretted selling him because they feel he's probably better than what they've currently got at the minute. Which is mad, but I wouldn't mind Tony. He's a good shout, and I'd be very happy if Liverpool did sign him, because squad depth is key. Everyone, you'll never walk alone from Cornwall. David, how you doing? Go and get a Sean. Matt, I think we should at least try and get Lascelles from Newcastle. Everyone, obviously we've been talking about centre backs as well. Everyone, get your centre back. Potential to get into Liverpool Football Club, a centre back that you would like to Liverpool to sign. Obviously, Joel Matip has been hit with an injury crisis at his Liverpool career. We signed him when he had his dodgy ankle, when he had pins in his knees and his ankles and all that, when he was a Schalke. When we signed him, we knew the risks. But like, if we do sign Nabil Fekir, he has got an injury record, and that's why we're wary of getting Fekir. But Joel Matip, his history record has come back to haunt him, and we've seen that very much so. But where's it gone? But Zach, he talked about Lascelles, mate. Zach, let me know in the comment section below, mate. Have you seen a lot of him? I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen a lot of him. but he's been a name that everyone has been saying in terms of it's either him or Tarkowski. Obviously Burnley. For me, I've seen a bit more of Tarkowski. I really do rate Tarkowski. He's very much an out-and-out English centre-back. Keeps it simple. That's really what I want from a centre-back. But Lascelles, he's a very good... was he captain at Newcastle, mate? Let me know in the comment section below. Joe, he can just about walk now. Matt, it's bad that. As a good backup centre-back, mate. But yeah, Zach, everyone, I think... How long have we been on? Let me know. When did we start this? Let's see. It doesn't even say how long we've been live, everyone. But thank you very much, everyone, for joining in on the live stream. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. I'm going to be doing my live shows every single night. Then we're doing my news shows as well earlier on in the day as well. So I'll be doing 2 shows a day, hopefully, for all you lovely people. Yeah, I really do appreciate every single one of you tuning in, dropping likes on the videos and really supporting the channel. Because I love nothing more than to sit and talk about Liverpool Football Club with every single one of you. And hopefully you've enjoyed it. Have a quality rest of your Tuesday night. And I really do appreciate every single one of you tuning in. You absolute legends. You really don't understand how much it means to me. That you all tune into all my content. You absolute legends. I'm going to the West Ham game anyway, everyone. So I'll do a post-match live reaction from Anfield on when we're playing against... West Ham, the first Premier League game of the season. Can't wait for that, and obviously I'm going to try and get a ticket for Torino as well, so I'll do a post-match for that. Hopefully, and if you're going down to Torino match, or if you're going down to West Ham match, very much let me know, and I'll get you on a video, very much so, after the match as well. Do a little live show. But yeah, have a quality rest of your night, everyone, and thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, everyone, you'll never walk alone. Cheers.